Do you recall there was a point in time when Kenny Capps or Robert Howard refused to ride in a car with Charles Jones, Foolio? You remember that?
Yes, I heard something about that.
I don't know why.
RUMORNATI NETWORK.
I don't know why.
Robert Howard, also known as Kenny Capps, is a native of Jacksonville, Florida. He grew up on Avenue B, not far from the Hilltop Apartments, better known as the 6 Block neighborhood. His life took a serious turn on August 24th, 2018. That night, he and his best friend Adrian Gaynor, also known as Bibby, attended a football game at Raines High School.
Shout out RUMORNATI in the goo.
Shout out RUMORNATI.
Trying my hardest, so close to falling. It's in my heart, so my.
Why is this man bikini bottom hanging out? Pause, bro. And then this nigga, then how you pull your pants up, but don't.
Advantage of today as much as we can, all right? Okay, very good. See you all at 1:15.
Office with us and Mr. Gathright.
They said, what up with it, bro? Slim John, what up with it, bro? Shout out to y'all. Run it up, run it up. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Shout out to y'all. Let's go.
They finally came. Let these fuck niggas stop saying my name. Niggas love to start the beef and play victim. But people in our business fuck the world and all they feelings. And I'm trying my hardest, so close to falling. If it's in my heart, it's on my face. Getting kinda hard to hide my pain. Last night I had a dream. The day finally came. Let it stop saying my motherfucking name. Niggas love to start the beef. Niggas love to start the beef and play victim. But people in our business fuck the world and all they feelings. People in our business fuck the world and all they feelings. I ain't had time to put on the fucking socks, bro. Niggas in that bitch sleep that good. Oh, at least I bust that bitch.
Plastic,
Plastic.
original.
Original.
Anything to drink?
No, I'm good.
You don't want, it don't have to be water. I can't buy you beer or nothing, but you want something else?
No,
Like
I'm good.
Pepsi or anything?
What's good?
Alright, give us just a second. As soon as you get off the phone, you're gonna take you to the bathroom, alright? I'm gonna run and get that real quick.
Appreciate it, bro. Oh, bro, I've been moving straight. Been on this bitch the whole time, man. Went to them, came back. Went to them, came back. How the fuck, bro? Like, that kind of shit easy. That kind of tried to throw me a signal. I know that hood ain't gonna call no crime. Stop my whole motherfucking self. What the fuck? And that big booty gave him free. That shit killed. And that bitch sleeping. All I heard was this the Jackson gives a share of this nigga. AJ got work, so she get a hole. Fuck. I'm gonna talk to that crap kept saying, screw you gonna talk to Adam, you gonna talk to Adam, you gonna talk to Adam. That nigga said Adam because he already know that's motherfucker. That shit crazy. Wait, the gospel in this shit, bro. That shit just broke my heart, bro. That shit broke my heart, bro. I just said this morning, man, I gotta stop having this nigga come down, bro. You gonna be the reason. You out this bitch stealing my name on some bullshit. I think niggas finna try to shut it down. Fuck, bro. Nobody understand my soul. Take the soul out of my bro, if I still be the loudest nigga. Oh, bro, that shit crazy.
Man, what the fuck did he just say?
Man, I had to come out of this mediocre ass jacket. I pray with Christ to get my phone. I pray with Christ to get my phone. That's what I do. Just got that bitch evidence. Don't let that hoe get my shit. Please. Please don't let baby get my shit. And they nigga, man, this shit crazy. Niggas finna be out in the blog. They finna go up like this shit. Oh, this nigga got caught in the bitch. I've been doing my thing. How the fuck you talking about? I ain't gotta be in Mexico. The best way to hide from a white man is in plain sight. Fuck you talking about? All those niggas look alike, dirty ass. The best place to hide from a white man is in plain sight. All this crap.
He thought he said something, and then he messed up the bar. He thought he dropped the bar. He said, he tried to repeat it, and then he said it wrong. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for tapping in. Super duper salute. You are rocking out with the RUMORNATI Network. Y'all already know this is the Foolio trial. Day 7, Florida first. The foolish 4 is originally 5 of them. What y'all got going on? How y'all feeling? Tap in, lock in. We about to rock out. Ruger World, I see you over there on Twitch. He said, yo, somebody sign this guy. And Ruger World, I see you over there on YouTube. You on 2 platforms at the same damn time. Shout out to you, my nigga. Super duper salute. YouTube, I need y'all to run them likes up. I see a nice number of concurrent viewers. I only see 5 likes. Come on, 6 more, get us to 10. I know y'all strong enough to get them likes up to 10 right now. Let's go. 6 more, get us there. Super duper salute. Ruger World says, nah, he lost it. Stephen Edwards, Slim Jones, I gotta call the names I see. What's up with it? X said, I super duper salute to y'all, man. I see y'all. Ruger World says, everybody want to get prison time and all of a sudden find their calling or talent. Facts. Don't start getting real talented now, and don't wait till you get locked up to do all the things like, oh, I got my GED while I was in prison. You know you had the opportunity to do that while you was free, right? Oh, I learned this skill. I learned this trade while I was in prison. You know, you didn't have to mess your life up and go through that nonsense. You could have did that in the free world, right? You could have read them same books, that you could have did them same amount of push-ups. You could have had that same discipline in the free world. Man, prison, man, it took me to go to prison to grow up. No, nigga, it took you to sit down to grow up. You could do that outside. You could do that in the free world. You could sit the fuck down. Stop being stupid. Anyway, man, shout out to y'all. We're going to keep this motherfucker going. Run them likes up. You know what I'm talking about before we run y'all pockets. Speaking of pockets, $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App if you want to donate. If you want to see the channel grow, let's go.
Look, all those niggas look alike. Who you? Damn. What you talking about, man?
Court starts at 12. So far, Judge Cisco has been running a tight shift, and they have been pretty much on time. So we are expecting to start in about 16 minutes. The proceedings will proceed. In the meantime, y'all proceed to keep running that chat up continuously. Run the likes up, please. Share the stream. Hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Please show some support. Let's go.
Oh, you remember Airbnb I've been in? 6 Airbnb, 7 hotel rooms. Been in bitches' houses, so told me to take off and leave that bitch last night.
Trying my hardest.
Oh, stay right there, bro. Hey, bro.
And
Take off, bro. Them bitch had Amazon.
trying my hardest.
Oh, he trying to got an Amazon police bill.
Mills, I see you. She said, what's up? I say, yo.
Last night I had a dream. The day finally came. When these fuck niggas kept saying my name. Man, chin up, chest out, man.
I told you, boy. We already done went over this. We just keeping this shit going to the start proceeding. You know what I'm talking about? This man is trying to psych himself out. He's trying to say, man, chin up, chest out. It's a lot running through his mind. Everything's questionable right now. Everything's questionable.
Kind of hit me in my shit, bro. That shit crazy. When you don't want the public to know that, dude. Tell the public how you hit me on my shit, man. I'm talking about old fool. I'm talking about straight elbow, boom. Nah, beat the shit out of that guy.
Sitting there constantly saying that word while waiting on those people and depending on those type of people that you're offending. So I know it's a Florida thing. Trust me, I know. I know. But I'm saying, now you sitting there, are you going to look to the guy next to you and be like, hey, that word, go ahead and protect me. But just so you know, I'm in the know. In Florida, that means police too. That's just police. It don't even matter your race. But anyway.
They talking about Sean Green ass trying to get to them. Nigga, green them motherfucker, man.
Sean Green, hold on, what?
They talking about Sean Green ass trying to get to them. Nigga, green them motherfucker, man. They tell out everybody, man. Fuck it. They tell out everybody, man. Fuck it.
Oh, you said terrorizing. Okay.
And that shit gonna fuck my people up, man. It's gonna bring some of my people rejoice. That pussy ass shit, but it's gonna fuck a lot of my people up, man. People will root for not this motherfucker. This shit crazy. Fuck, man.
This dude said, Sean Green ass. Why are you going on drills? Why are you going to take life with somebody that you feel is green or inadequate? Right? Or lame or... But allegedly you went with him to commit a McDrill. Then y'all go to McDonald's. Then y'all went to commit a McDrill. Y'all went and got a McDouble. Then y'all went and made some McTrouble. Right? But anyway, if you lame, are you green, are you corny, are you a buster, are you whatever it is, a mark, are you a bitch ass nigga? Why would I go to commit a homie with you if I feel like you're inadequate? We 11 minutes away from the proceeding. 11 minutes away from the proceeding. Court should be starting anytime. As soon as it starts, we are there. As a matter of fact, let's check it out. What they said. Okay, they'll be showing visuals in 5 minutes and 40 seconds, and so will we. So will we. Same for both. Now, while we're looking at this, did Law and Crime and Court TV merge? Trey Original, y'all. Yo. Mel says, no, I'm saying it sounds beautiful. I could have cried if he kept singing. Oh, she said he sang. Bob Marley says, Rod Wave built that boy. Shout out to Bob Marley. Shout out to Trey Original, Slim Jones, Mel's, Ruger World Forever, X said. Y'all keep that chat rolling, y'all. Where y'all on? Where y'all at? All you new people that's sitting in the chat, drop your area codes. Let us know where you watching from. Shout out to y'all. X says, salute Mel's. Tyler Hughes says, loving this. Go ahead, bro. Shout out to you. Super duper salute, Tyler Hughes. Let's go. Run the likes up, please. 2 more, get us to 10, guys. 2 more likes to get us to 10. Let's go. We are 9 minutes away from the proceedings. I see 561 Florida in the building. Shout out 561.
I ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't know nothing. That wasn't even me, so I don't know.
I see 252. Shout out to 252.
I can't tell y'all nothing feel me?
I see 252 and 561. Where else y'all calling from? 779, the rack. Shout out Chirac 779. Let's go.
I'm gonna go to the jail, call on this.
Live is chatting the game. Live is chatting the game. Live is chatting the game, but the most appreciated chat in the game, but the most aggravating chat in the y'all. Y'all so damn aggravated, man. Shout out to y'all. I see Tyler Hughes calling from Houston, Texas. Shout out Houston, Texas. I'm saying calling, watching. Let's go. 727 Florida in the building. I see the 828. Let's go. 817 Fort Worth, Texas. Let's go.
It was 6 on man. I mean, that bitch sleep.
205. Let's go.
I ain't gonna watch. This can't even gonna have my black. This curtain ain't even gonna have my black, bro. That shit's crazy.
Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Shout out your area code. Let's go. One more like to get us to 10. Run them up. 8 minutes away from court, guys. We're 8 minutes away from court. When court starts, I get quiet. When they're quiet, that's when we talk. That's when we shout out the chat. That's when we read comments. That's when we talk about what's going on. But when the proceedings are proceeding, that's when we're quiet. We are completely quiet. But in between that, recesses, bench approaches, all that. Hey, we can get live. We can get active. If y'all want to come up during during lunch break, you can hit the Discord, come up, give your thoughts. Other than that, shout out where you from in the chat. Let's go, RUMORNATI Network. We live in 7 minutes from the courthouse right now. We streaming live from a tent in the woods in Wyoming. Keep going. Jug man, I see 443 in the building. Shout out to 443. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna do that. Dog biting. Mike from the field says 100 people in the building. Double tap that like screen like Devion double tapped on his chest as he made the beat to that song. Let's go. Miss Duval. Shout out to Miss Duval. I know where she's from. I see 904 in the building. Let's go. Mike from the field says Ruger Trey, Miss Duval, Slim Mills. What's good? And salute. High energy stream, energy up. 2 more likes to get us to 15. Y'all already going crazy on the like button. Let's go. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Run them up. 15, 5 more, get us to 20. Let's go.
Just talk, man. Just talk, man. Keep that young nigga away from me.
5 more likes to get us to 20. Y'all run it up, run it up, run it up. 2 gunshots up, 2 up, 2 up. Let's go. Ready? Shout out to y'all, man. Most aggravating chat in the game. Most appreciated chat in the world. We up. We up. We up, we up, we up. Let's check. Hold on. We ready? 32 seconds, they showing visuals. We showing what they showing. Court TV, if we locked in, ain't no switching up. Y'all already know. 17 likes, 3 more get us to 20. Can we get 3 more before the case starts? Can we get 3 more likes before the court case starts? Come on, y'all, 3 more likes. I know y'all strong enough to get us to 20 before court. Y'all lock in, we going to trial in 5 minutes. We got Kenny Caps coming to the stage, nigga. Nurse Lady T, what's up with it? 2 more likes, guys. 2 more likes to get us to 20. Let's go, run it up. We are 5 minutes away from the proceedings. Judge Cisco has been pretty accurate as far as her time. She has been pretty prompt. So if she says court starts at 12, expect to hear a sound around 12:05, no later. We done reached 20 likes already, y'all. Shout out to y'all. Hold on, man. Y'all so aggravating, dog. I appreciate y'all running it up, man. Already 20 likes. Let's go.
Aggravating as hell, man.
Y'all so aggravating, man, but y'all are so appreciated. No content creator is nothing without the support of the people. Thank y'all. Keep running them likes up. And if you want to see the channel grow, $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App. $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App. Other than that, keep the chat active. Keep running the likes up. Share the stream. Tell a friend. Tell a friend. We are here for the duration of the trial. If it take 100 days, we gonna watch it. I think. Hold on. I gotta go to work after this, goddammit. But we gonna, nigga, we here. My nigga, we made it. Let's go. They should be, hold on, we should have visual. Now it says live in 3 minutes. We not mad. We not mad. It says live in 2 minutes, guys. See it right there? We're supposed to have visuals in 30 seconds. That's okay. We locked in. $21 likes. Y'all so aggravating, dog. Let's go.
For some shit you did with a girl. Now y'all saying, David. Somebody told me, bro.
3 minutes away. We are 3 minutes away from court. Anybody want to come up, make sure you download Discord. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Make yourself at home. Feel free to speak freely in the chat. Just don't be racist. Don't be sexist. Other than that, speak your mind. You don't have. We all don't have to love each other. We don't even have to like each other. We just have to be able to coexist. So y'all go ahead, have them disagreements in the chat. Have them battles. You know what I'm saying? Dislike each other. Just don't threaten each other. Other than that, have at it, man. Let's go. It's the RUMORNATI Network, man. We live. We are waiting right now. 60 seconds. Let's go. 60 seconds before we get visuals. 2 minutes before court's supposed to start. Scheduled. We had 23 likes. 2 more get us to 25. Keep running them up.
To everyone sitting in this courtroom, you better not be taking audio or video recordings
I know that's right.
of anything that happened in here.
Oh, I thought that was live.
Somebody
Boy, I
did.
had to check.
Someone posted it online.
Y'all remember that happened? Hold on. Y'all remember? Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Cisco don't be playing. Somebody.
I just want to reiterate to everyone sitting in this courtroom, you better not be taking audio or video recordings of anything that happened in here, because somebody did, and someone posted it online. And if I find out who did it, you're going to be in big trouble. Okay, go ahead.
Don't play with Cisco, boy. 25 likes. Let's go. 25 likes on my dresser. Yes, sir. Let's have a good day. Run it up, y'all. $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App. Keep running them likes up. 5 more get us to 30. 5 more will get us to 30. Share the stream. Share the stream. Now it says waiting for court TV. Uh-oh. Well, while they waiting, we going to keep going. We going to stay live. We going to stay lit.
That happens.
We going to stay live. We going to stay lit. When court starts, I'm only chiming in during recesses, during approaches, lunches. It mean lunch, multiple lunches. During lunch, that's it. I'm going to give you guys silence throughout the duration. Every now and then you might hear a whisper, hit that like button, run the likes up. But for the majority of the stream, it's going to be silent. As the proceedings are proceeding, we don't make no noise. When they quiet, we talk. I'm just letting y'all know the stream will not be interrupted that much, but there will be interruptions throughout the duration of the stream. Small. But run the likes up. Waiting for court TV. Run the likes up. Run the likes up. What song are they listening to? Waiting for Law and Crime. Okay, we still waiting. Okay, it's being said that they were trying to get autopsy photos of Foolio. 2 Arabic girls were trying to sneak autopsy photos. Wow. 4 more likes to get us to 30, guys. 4 more likes to get us to 30. Run it up, please. I know y'all strong enough, powerful enough, great enough to keep running them likes up. I see y'all, tube. Let's go.
Sweet. get this done, knocked out, short and sweet.
KG the Beast 40. Shout out to you real quick. Whose trial is it I just got here? This is the Foolio trial. He says, oh, never mind. All right, for sure, for sure. Shout out to you. I guess you already caught up. Shout out to y'all, man. 4 more likes to get us to 30, guys. 4 more likes to get us to 30. Run it up, please. It's 12 o'clock. Court is supposed to be proceeding. We got to wait for a second. Okay, soon as Court TV and Law and Crimes is ready, that means Judge Cisco ain't ready. But soon as she ready, we are. If it take a long time, don't worry. We got something else to keep us going in the meantime, y'all. We're going to stay lit the entirety of the duration for the stream. Run the likes up. Tank says I would have started cooperating. Tank, I would have walked in cooperating.
Tampa's not coming. I just have to tell you that in here because for whatever reason, I guess we're working another call or some shit. Can't make it.
Ms. Duval say autopsy. I remember somebody dropped dead body in the Discord. It was Buck. Oh my God. Yeah, that Discord got erased. Tank says I would have started cooperating. XA says my days were off, but I told y'all they were gonna call Kenny back to the stand. Mel says, can you turn the stream volume up just a tad bit? Because that was kind of low, or maybe it was good for everyone else, but it's low for me. The stream isn't even on.
The benefit of that is you can look at what the fuck I'm about to show you and just be like, whatever it may be, because I don't.
If you guys have a problem with the audio, just let me know in the chat. If I need to turn the stream volume on, there's something I can do in the streaming program. I could turn it up a tad bit. It could be a little distorted when they get to the loud parts, but I have to be careful for your ears. I can't put the filters on it while it's loud, but I can do the game. Let's go.
This isn't our case, you feel me? You're able to read, right, Davion? Can you read this first line out loud for me?
3 likes away from 30, and we should be proceeding with court as soon as they start. We shutting up. Open your eyes says, why they always want to come snatch up every one of us in Florida. Been to prison in Florida 4 times last time, almost 7-year bid, but then I left the country, been over 5 years and ain't had a ticket. Come on, man. Slim Jones said, whose body? Mel said 6 block Mel's here. LOL, Blue Diamonds, Nails here. You know, she rapping? Tank says, Foolio. X said, double tap the screen, y'all. Facts, PLFLB, my bad. Video is quiet. That's because it was on mute, my brother. Shout out to you or my sister. Anyway, shout out to you. Let's go.
Perfect. If you have any questions at all about any of this, just let me know, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you make a statement or before any questions are asked of you, and to have a lawyer with you during any questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish.
Nurse Lady T says yes. Bob Molly said yes. 6 block Mills. Bob Molly said rest up, Foolio.
Answer questions at any time and consult with a lawyer. Do you understand all that? Do you know how to sign your name? Okay. If you could, just print your first and last name here and then sign your name there. And when you're done, I remember when is it me or is it really hot in this room?
Going with the
But
tactics.
as I told you, I'd like to just show you a couple pictures and some videos and drive their sweet ass lives up here. Dude, that's like my hand. This is what it's about to play. Just if you could just keep looking at it.
Tank says long live Foolio. Bob Molly says personally I think Gutters Alien is out of this world.
It looks like it's a ring.
He called that boy an alien. Okay, and then put them all in jail. They deserve to be there.
They say ring camera.
Yeah. Do you recognize that person?
I can't really see.
Let me see if I
I
can-
just feel like
let me see if I can zoom in for you a little bit. You see that?
Yeah, I see it now.
Does it look like you? I mean, you can say yes, it is, right? Okay, so you obviously remember being in Tampa. That's not a secret, right? Would you agree? I think
They ain't nothing but like an hour and a half.
it's a short drive. So just to backtrack just a little bit, I would say just from what I know, speaking with Tampa, I think a lot of almost everything, including the reports and like the press conference and stuff, has been made public. But I think it's fair to say the only thing you may not know is what people have said in this room. Alicia, Isaiah, Sean, and Rashad. Rashad is the one that caught me off guard the most, but
Is Rashad your cousin or like your brother?
That's both.
Both.
Not like no incest shit, but that's really labeled for my brother though. But that's
He's close like a brother, but he's
that's really
legal
my
like
cousin.
blood your cousin.
Yeah, that military style, that's really my cousin.
On mom's side or dad's side?
My daddy's side.
So your dad and his dad would be brothers, or your dad and his mom are brother sister?
Yeah, type shit like that.
Okay. I didn't know y'all's relationship for the longest time.
And just obviously I have to ask, did you know Alicia at all?
I ain't know none of them.
Isaiah?
I don't
The
know.
only person you knew was Rashad.
Yeah, that's my people.
Did you see any of them in that Airbnb in Tampa while you were there? Like just passing by?
I was just going.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your opinion on all this? Like you went to Tampa.
They got the wrong person, man. I didn't go to no Tampa. I live in Orlando.
Well, you're on the video in Tampa.
Yeah, but I ain't saying it like that. I'm saying like I didn't come from Jacksonville to go to no Tampa. You feel me?
Right.
I was in Orlando. You feel me? They
Yes,
got
sir.
dropped off in Orlando, and then my phone was left. That's how I ended up. You feel me? Going
Okay.
to my cousin.
Was your phone number? Your phone number back then? Yeah, you may or may not remember, but from 6 months ago, was it 904-203-3137? Does that ring a bell?
I don't even remember, bro. I've been on so
That's
many
fine.
drugs.
I found a lot. How many phone numbers have you had?
My life?
Yeah.
I think one, maybe two.
I've had
I've
more than I can
had a
count.
lot.
That's fine. In that video, do you remember seeing Rashad there or any of the other people? And like, what was your business being there?
What's up with it, Shay? What's up with it? Open your eyes. What's up with it? Adam Dub. Shay says Alicia should be on trial with them. Why she get a separate trial? Wow. Mel says if you're looking for a good book to read or listen to, please try My Husband's Wife. Cody Slaughter says if it ain't Oh, Cody Slaughter wants to be a racist. Isn't that YouTube terms of service? Please don't do that, Cody Slaughter. XN says if I wish Alicia would have cooperated so she could be there to nurture and raise her child. Wow. Adam Dub says, what's good from the South Side, Minneapolis? What's good, South Side, Minneapolis? Shout out to you. XOXO Mel says, rest up, Foolio and Tilly. Okay, and then says, put them all in jail. They deserve to be there. Bob Marley says, types out her whole name. Hey, guys, 2 more likes to get us to 30, guys. Run it up, please. 2 more likes to get us to 30. Run it up, please.
I was really going to see.
Court was scheduled to start at 12. Judge Cisco did say she had something to do Monday. That's why we're starting late. As of now, it's just a waiting game. Who knows if she's there or not? If not, we got something to keep us occupied in the meantime. But before we get to that, let's continue with this.
I really want to see Fizzle and my cousin.
Darius?
Are you and Fizzle related?
Just mutual friends.
Was Darius down there? Was Darius down there?
Yeah.
At that Airbnb?
Yeah, Fizzle was down. I was going to see Fizzle.
Okay.
And my phone.
Do you remember how you got down there?
I don't know. I told you I live in Orlando. Like
You actually have an old Orlando address listed on your
I live in Orlando.
Yeah.
Guys, everything we are watching is under the Fair Use Act for education, entertainment, satirical, commentary, or research purposes only. And the views and thoughts in these videos do not necessarily represent the views and thoughts of the RUMORNATI Network, its chat, or its host. With that being said, you may see people being very ignorant and hateful in the chat. The best thing to do, don't respond to them, report them. Okay, what we're not gonna do, everything we do over here is operated under the YouTube terms of service and the Twitch terms of service. There will be no racial slurs, no sexual undertoned and no slurs, none of that. We can't do that. Be more creative, right? Be a little bit more creative. How long has this been a thing? Y'all keep going to like the same cliche, run-of-the-mill words. Be more creative with your racism. I might laugh at it, might let it slide. Other than that, that shit is lame. Grow up. Stop using all your energy to expose your insecurities and your self-hate by trying to project it on someone else. And just learn to like being in a calm state, because you get yourself riled up when you do stuff like that. It doesn't work over here. Over here, what we believe in is coexisting. We don't have to love each other. We don't even have to like each other. We just got to be able to coexist. You don't have to like me, my skin, my mask, my commentary, nothing. But if we were on a job together, or if we had to save a life together, whatever it is, we have to be able to coexist. We don't have to like each other to accomplish a goal. So just learn to be okay with coexisting, calm, relax. Stop trying to be so hateful. Out in the world, not just here on the internet, in the world.
I was living in Orlando. I moved away. I was living in Orlando.
So you didn't take a plane from Orlando to Tampa, right? Did you take a bus? You didn't walk, and you didn't ride a bicycle. Did you drive?
Uh-oh, we got action.
Do you remember who that would have been?
I think.
Yeah, high school friend.
Do we have action?
He took me really because I ain't seen my cousin in years. You feel me? So I was going down there intentionally to meet my cousin.
Okay.
When I went down there, I see 3 people that I don't even motherfucking know.
The people that have been on the news?
So they feel like Kenny Cap is a back door?
My cousin visited down there. I'm like,
Rashad?
yeah, I'm thinking my cousin visited down there. They come to be with some
They got
girls.
the other random ass people.
When I get there, it's 3 random ass people in physics. So I'm telling physics like, bro, like, I love you to death, my nigga, bro. I ain't seen you to death, bro, but I don't want to really do too much of the crowd shit. And I went on.
You went back to Orlando?
Yeah, I went back to the
Who is your homeboy's friend that brought you to him back?
my dog Brandon.
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon? No, I ain't giving his name.
Okay, you know I gotta ask though, right? Just to be thorough.
Yeah, his name Brandon.
All right, let's just do this real quick then. Kenny Cap is about to take the stand this morning. Since we got a little bit of time, let's just...
Do you know who Kenny Caps is?
Yes, Robert.
Do you recall there was a point in time when Kenny Caps or Robert Howard refused to ride in a car with Charles Jones, Julio Foolio? You remember that?
Yes, I heard something about that.
I don't know why.
Naughty Network.
I don't know why.
Robert Howard, also known as Kenny Caps, is a native of Jacksonville, Florida. He grew up on Avenue B, not far from the Hilltop Apartments, better known as the 6 Block neighborhood. His life took a serious turn on August 24th, 2018. That night, he and his best friend Adrian Gaynor, also known as Bibby, attended a football game at Raines High School. During that event, an opposing member, Gerard Adams, also known as Spaz, lost his life tragically.
In less than 12 hours, a 16-year-old boy who was accused of shooting 3 people outside a Rainsley High School football game is scheduled to be in court.
That teen is Robert Howard. Police say during last Friday's football game, Howard got into an argument with 19-year-old Gerard Adams and a 17-year-old in the stands. Following the game, Adams was shot and killed. The 17-year-old and another teen were wounded.
Okay. Did you have...
Kenny Caps is the guy that's supposed to take the stand this morning. He's scheduled to take the stand this morning in the Julio Foolio trial. Kev says, motherfucker ain't mispronounced. Kenny Caps, though, old September says, I think it was all a misunderstanding. They were trying to sell Foolio cookies. Seriously, though, I really hoped Foolio would have lived a long life to make it out of Jacksonville. He had talent. Mel says, I had to read it twice to understand what it said, then went back and looked. If somebody said something to him, I was like, oh, he's trying to be a R word. Yeah, get him up out of here, man. Suave got that heat. Said, rat, he's telling for a fact. Mike from the Rich said, act like you got some sense in this motherfucker. Open your eyes, say word 100. Bob Marley said, if Cisco sentenced me, Cisco sentenced me, I'm simply doing the time. Damn. All right. So, hold on. I'm going to shut up and just let the video play. Let's go.
Adams was...
But y'all know Kenny Cap is supposed to be taking the stand. This guy right here is supposed to be taking the stand this morning as soon as we come to court, as soon as court starts.
shot and killed. The 17-year-old and another teen were wounded.
Okay. Did you have a best friend?
Yes, sir.
Who was your best friend?
Adrian Gaynor.
Is he affiliated with 6 Block in any way?
Yes, sir.
And what's his name? If he has another name.
Bibby.
I brought Bibby around. That's my best friend.
Where you know Bibby from? Like how y'all meet? Yeah.
We met through K Shorty. It started with me, K Shorty, and Bibby. That's how everything came together. We merged, and then K Shorty got locked up at 17, and then that's when it was that. It's like
bro, free short.
every day, me and Bibby. He'll tell you every day, me and Bibby, and I brought him around Bibby. I like, bro. Then I got locked up. I like, man, take care of him. Make sure he's straight. He chose his path, you know. He died, but you know he gonna live through us.
After that incident, Robert Howard had a street credibility that even his enemies had to respect. He was seen as someone who stood solid and didn't cooperate with law enforcement regarding his best friend, as it was alleged that Bibby was the one who actually pulled the trigger on Spaz. But things didn't end there. Just 2 weeks after Robert was arrested for that major charge, his best friend's Bibby's life was taken. Robert Howard will go on to spend almost 5 years behind bars, and he was released in May of 23. After his release, he returned to Jacksonville and reconnected with his 6 Block associates, including rapper Charles Jones, aka Julio Foolio.
Did you grow up with Charles Jones?
Yes, sir.
How long did you know Charles Jones for?
Almost all my life.
You know how old?
Like 8 or 9.
All right. Did Charles Jones live at the apartment complex called 6 Block?
I'm not sure.
Did he live in your neighborhood on the north side?
I'm not sure. Can't say.
Did you all go to school together?
No, sir.
Okay. But you knew him?
Yes, sir.
Were you two best friends?
We were really close. Almost like my best friend, you can say.
In June of 24, Kenny Caps was with Foolio during his 26th birthday weekend in Tampa. He even drove the car that him and Foolio and a friend Gino went down to Tampa in, the Black Charger. But according to Howard, things weren't peaceful behind the scenes. And that's how we got here, to the question. Is Kenny Cap a backdoor? Did Kenny Cap have something to do with the demise of Julio Foolio?
3rd, Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones arrived at Teaser's Gentleman's Club in Tampa for a paid performance.
He's the gentleman wearing the red beanie hat.
That's Tampa Police homicide detective Juan Ramos identifying the rapper, known as Julio Foolio, in new surveillance video from the club's parking lot. After leaving Teaser's, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party.
All right, y'all.
Okay, you can sit down. All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, would you state your name into the microphone?
If y'all need more volume, let me know. Court is in session. I'm quiet. If y'all need volume, let me know.
Sir, do you have a nickname?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your nickname?
Kenny Caps.
Kenny Caps?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you get a little bit closer to the microphone, please? Thank you.
Kenny Caps.
Were you present with the victim, Charles Jones, on the night that he was killed?
Yes, ma'am.
And who is Charles Jones to you?
Close friend.
How long have you known him?
All my life.
Did you all grow up in the same neighborhood or different neighborhoods?
Same neighborhood.
And did you know Charles Jones by any nicknames?
Yes, ma'am.
What are those nicknames?
Foolio, 6, etc. Yes, ma'am.
When you say 6, is that a reference to something?
Yes, ma'am.
What's that a reference to?
A part of our neighborhood, apartments in our neighborhood.
What neighborhood would you say that you are from?
Avenue B, 45th and Avenue B.
45th and Avenue B, is that in a certain area of Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
What area of Jacksonville is that?
North side.
North side?
Yes, ma'am.
And was Charles Jones or 6 from the north side as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the area that he's from called?
Hilltop, 6 Block. Yes, ma'am. 6.
Hilltop and 6 Block?
Yes, same thing.
Are they also on the north side of Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, clearly you're present in court today and you're incarcerated.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you in jail for?
Distribution charge.
A distribution charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Of drugs?
Yes, ma'am, of drugs. Yes, ma'am.
Is the distribution charge a state charge or a federal charge?
Federal charge.
And do you have additional state violations?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a new law case or is that something else?
New law case, I think.
What is the state violation for?
The state violation is just the new charge of the federal charge.
Okay, so if I can kind of clarify a little bit. You have a new federal case
No.
for distribution, the case you told us about just now.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have state level charges. Are you on probation for something at the state level?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on
Okay.
probation. Yes, ma'am.
When you mentioned that you have some state charges, what are you exactly on probation for at the state level?
Manslaughter and an aggravated battery and a battery on the Leo.
And were you sentenced and served the sentence on the battery, the simple battery?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still on probation for the manslaughter and the aggravated battery?
Yes, ma'am.
Did those arise out of the same offense, like something that happened on the same day?
Yes, ma'am.
Who died related to the manslaughter charge?
Gerard Adams.
Gerard Adams.
Yes, ma'am.
And who was shot when you indicated that you have an aggravated battery as well?
Willie Royal.
Willie Royal.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that individual someone that has a nickname as well?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And do you know the nickname of Willie Royal?
Go crazy, will go crazy, something like that, in that nature.
Go crazy or will go crazy, is that what you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you entered a plea of guilty as to those charges, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
When did that actually happen?
2018.
And did Joe Rod Adams have a nickname?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that nickname?
Spaz.
Spaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember the day it happened in 2018?
I'm not sure. I'm not direct. I think it's the 24th. I think it was August 24th, 2018.
August 24th of 2018?
I think so.
Do you recall how long it took for you to be arrested for that offense?
Like 3 days. I think that Tuesday happened Friday, Tuesday.
What were the circumstances of that manslaughter and aggravated battery charge? What happened?
Well, can you restate that?
Yes.
Your question.
Where was was it a shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did the shooting happen?
At a high school in Jacksonville.
What was the name of the high school?
Raines High School.
Raines High School.
William M. Raines, yes, ma'am.
And were you present at Raines High School on August 24th of 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you present with other people?
Yes, ma'am.
Was Joe Rod Adams, as you mentioned, also present at that football game or after that football game?
Yes, ma'am.
And was the individual Willie Royal or Will Go Crazy also present at that football game?
Yes, ma'am.
After the conclusion of that football game, was there a shooting?
Yes, ma'am.
And as a result of that shooting, did Joe Rod Adams or Spaz pass away?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the crime that you were arrested for a few days later?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was ultimately your sentence for that crime?
5 years in, 10 years on probation.
When you say 5 years in, can you explain to the jury what that means?
I served 5 years incarcerated and will have 10 years on probation.
How old were you on the date you were arrested?
16
And were you charged as a juvenile or as an adult?
as an adult.
So is the probation that you are currently serving that you have violated with a new federal drug charge the probation from that manslaughter and aggravated battery case?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long, so you spent the 5 years in custody on the original sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you start probation upon your release?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall when you got released?
May 31st, 2023.
May 31st of 2023?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And do you recall the date that you were arrested on the federal drug charges?
June 23rd or 24th, 2024.
The day of the homicide of Charles Jones or the day after?
The day after the homicide, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So only one day outside of him passing away, you were arrested?
Yes, ma'am.
in total, since your initial arrest on August 27th or so of 2018 through today's date, outside of the days you just told us, so from May 31st through June 24th, 2023 to 2024, have you been incarcerated for the rest of that time?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have the new federal drug case. Have you pled to that case, or is that case still pending?
Still pending.
And are you awaiting sentencing on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the probation violation case? Have you had a hearing on that matter yet to resolve that case?
No, ma'am.
In this case, for which you are seated in the witness box, did you receive a court-ordered subpoena to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to speak with your attorney without telling us the context of that, but to understand the implications of not complying with that subpoena?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you want to be here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand the difference between you being here under a subpoena as a witness and being like a co-defendant or a defendant in a case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not charged with anything as it relates to Hillsborough County?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that your case in Duval County are with a Duval County jurisdiction?
Yes, ma'am.
What about, do you understand your case with the federal government is with the federal government?
Yes, ma'am.
At some point in time, were you subpoenaed to appear via an investigative subpoena after your arrest by the federal government to make a statement in this case?
No, ma'am.
You did not receive a subpoena to give a witness statement?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And present for that witness statement, did you also have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that while you were still in custody for the sale or distribution of drugs, the federal charge?
Yes, ma'am.
So as it stands, you have 4 felony convictions. You're just pending sentencing on the cases that we've already discussed.
Yes, ma'am.
When you pled guilty to the death of Gerard Adams, or Spaz, was there some type of was there a reason you pled guilty to that case in lieu of taking that case to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
What was that?
It was best in my interest to plea out.
How long had you already been in custody at the time you resolved that case?
Almost 4 years.
Had you been approached at all or ever during the pendency of your time in custody on the manslaughter about becoming a witness in the case against another possible shooter?
No, ma'am.
Did you ever make a statement to law enforcement in that case about anyone else from either side?
No, ma'am.
Was there another individual who has been associated to 6 Block that was present with you on the night of Spaz's death?
Yes, ma'am.
And who was that?
Agent Gaynor, Jr.
Was he arrested as well when you were arrested the next week?
No, ma'am.
Did he stay out of custody?
Yes, ma'am.
And ultimately, in the months that followed your arrest, was Mr. Gaynor killed?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you receive some type of benefit or notoriety for not making a statement against anyone in that particular case?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did that, like, what was the form of that? How did you get, I guess, credit for not talking?
It was rumors about who actually pulled the trigger in that case. So, you know, me not saying nothing gave me that honor or that fame.
In 2018, when you went to jail, was drill rap the primary source of income for yourself or Charles Jones in Jacksonville?
No, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
No, ma'am.
When did drill rap start to become popular, if you remember?
In my city, in Jacksonville, around like 2020. I was already incarcerated around 2020.
How would you hear about what was happening with the drill rap scene or YouTube and how you monetize that stuff? How would you hear about that?
At the time, I was incarcerated, so video chat and new people coming in the jail.
And they would kind of update you on the way things were evolving outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you actually were released in May of 2023, did you start to develop a little bit of your own following as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Even from custody itself, had you developed somewhat of popularity?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the subject, or at least as you understand it, of the drill rap videos back and forth? What would, for example, Charles Jones rap about?
Dead people in our city, mostly, yeah. People who had passed away from, that didn't like us or didn't like him.
You say people that would pass away that didn't like us or didn't like him? What do you mean by us?
Well, where we're from, our neighborhood.
What, want to be respectful in asking, how did you learn what neighborhoods liked you and didn't like you? Like, how did that come about?
The dissing and the songs and, just history of Jacksonville stuff.
Did you know as a child in the neighborhood that you grew up in, areas that you were permitted to go to and areas that you were not?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you know that?
Just growing up over time, deaths, people passing away when I'm 5 or 6, and just growing up, gaining knowledge of Jacksonville and what's going on in Jacksonville.
What if you are not directly involved in those things that happen back and forth? If you weren't there or you didn't know anyone involved, are you still taking that on?
You still take precaution, yes, ma'am.
What if any neighborhood divisions are there? Are there territories? So you said you're living in the north side. Is
Yes.
Mr. Jones also living there, staying there?
Yes, ma'am.
How about out east? Would you regularly go out east?
No, ma'am.
Is that one of the areas that we've talked about?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why you wouldn't go out east.
Just the history of Jacksonville, things that's going on in Jacksonville.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I can't hear the witness.
Can you just speak up a little louder, please, Mr. Howard?
I said things that haven't occurred in Jacksonville. So.
Are you familiar with a reference 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that in some way related to or correlated with out east?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I said to you out east 1200, you would know what I'm talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
And what does that represent?
Neighborhoods on the east side of Jacksonville.
What about when I say to you 6th block, to you what does that represent?
Apartments on the north side of Jacksonville.
So neighborhoods is
Neighborhood.
your response to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you certified as a gang member when you were originally arrested for the manslaughter of Joe Rod Adams or Spaz?
Yes, ma'am.
And what gang were you associated to?
I think PCE.
PCE, is that Problem Child Entertainment?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that a group that ultimately was RICO'd about 2017, 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're familiar with what a RICO is?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the older members of PCE at that time, were they all kind of arrested or scooped up?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know the individuals who were arrested in that RICO case?
Yes, ma'am.
How were they related to you? Friends, family?
Just in the neighborhood, same neighborhood.
After PCE, the RICO comes down from that case, do individuals that were associated with PCE start gaining popularity under the moniker 6 Block?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I want to ask you a very direct question. Are you going to tell me at any point during the course of your testimony today that 6 Block is a gang?
No, ma'am.
Will you ever admit that?
No, ma'am.
Will you tell me if 1200 is a gang?
No, ma'am.
Will you tell me if ATK is a gang?
No, ma'am.
That's never going to happen.
Never.
Are you familiar with the statutes in Florida defining gang membership?
No, ma'am.
Hit the lights, please.
Are you, do you have concerns about making any admissions about gang membership on, as you testify?
No, ma'am.
2 more lights get us to 40.
Your position is that these are neighborhoods.
Yes, ma'am.
What if individuals from those neighborhoods kill on behalf of the neighborhood? You're still going to indicate not a gang.
Not a gang.
What if they throw hand symbols? Not a gang.
No, ma'am.
The statute itself does not matter to you, it sounds like.
No, ma'am.
So if I say groups or sides, would you understand the reference if you're refusing to say it's a gang?
Yes, ma'am.
Are 1200 and ATK affiliated to each other? Would they be friendly to each other?
Yes, ma'am.
And would 6 Block be friendly with 1200 or ATK?
No, ma'am.
Are you... Strike that. Is everyone that's in or identifies as 6 Block a rapper?
No, ma'am.
Is everyone that's in or identifies as 6 Block from 6 Block or Hilltop or 45th or Abbey?
Can you restate your question?
Yes. You said 6 Block is a neighborhood.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone who throws a 6, are they all from 6 Block?
No, ma'am.
Now, just like we talked about PCE or Problem Child Entertainment, many of those individuals you said go by 6 Block now.
Yes, ma'am.
At the same time from PCE or Problem Child Entertainment, was there a similar group with 1200 that develops into 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that?
Cuckoo Gang, something like that nature.
Cuckoo?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that KU?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you at least observed Cuckoo Gang representing 187 boys in their music or on the street?
Yes, ma'am.
But still, your statement is not a gang.
No, ma'am.
If you were shown, no, if someone indicated to you or did a sign that you understand to be 1200, would you recognize that?
Yes, ma'am.
If you saw that sign, would that be a friendly thing to you or an unfriendly thing to you?
Unfriendly.
Okay, so that's not someone you would like go get drinks with.
No, ma'am.
Okay. And you recognize that there are signs for 1200.
Yes, ma'am.
But your indication is that you don't understand that to be a gang.
No, ma'am.
Do you understand the criteria for gang membership could include admitting your gang membership?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I must sustain the objection.
Can you agree that there are specific sides or areas of town that you do not travel to as a result of what's happening in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
What area of town do you not travel to?
East, west.
Had you known Charles Jones at least on one occasion to travel to Melvin Park?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that an area of town that 6 Block was welcome?
No, ma'am.
How long has the back and forth between whether it was this name, 6 Block, or PCE, 1200, Cuckoo, how long has this back and forth been going on?
A long time.
What do you mean by that? Before you went to jail 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
Before you turned the age of 10?
Yes, ma'am. Most likely. Yes, ma'am.
Before, is it as long as you can remember?
As long as I can remember, yes, ma'am.
When you came home from prison in May of 2023, had you had an opportunity to see or spend time with Charles Jones?
Restate your question.
When you came home from prison, did you have a chance to see Foolio?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you spend time with him regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you able to catch up on the YouTube success he was having?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you also able to obtain some level of success in the same way?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know an individual by the name of Gino Norris?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is that?
It's like my cousin. close friend to the family, but cousins by marriage. My great uncle is married to his auntie, so.
You're a great uncle and his auntie.
Yes.
When you say close to the family, I think you've said that a couple of times. Do you mean like your parents or your parents' siblings are friends with their families?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that common amongst your friends in Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know Gino by any particular nicknames?
Just Gino.
Just Gino.
Yes, ma'am.
Did Gino hang out the way that you and Foolio would hang out? Did he have club appearances, or did he go to shows, things like that?
No, ma'am.
Were you profiting or making money off of attending clubs and making appearances with Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you benefiting on your own behalf, or were you like working for Foolio?
Kind of both.
What do you mean by that?
Some appearances it just be for me, and then sometimes, with him coming to shows and stuff, I'll, get a percentage of it.
And are you paid by the club itself to go there?
By the promoters, stuff
What
like that.
What do you do? Do you put on a show, or do you just hang out?
I hang out, and I also rap too, so sometimes it all depends on what's going on. It might just be an appearance, or it might be me actually rapping as well.
How do club appearances get you money, or how does the club earn money from that?
We bring in people, people want to see us, so they benefit from it as well.
And was, at least to your knowledge, Charles Jones or Julio Foolio probably one of the more profitable rappers in 6 Block?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you familiar at all with the music of Isaiah Chance or Rashad Murphy?
Isaiah Chance, but no, not the other one. No, ma'am.
Not the other one. And do you know of more than one song for Isaiah Chance?
I heard a couple.
Are they doing the same numbers, essentially, that Charles Jones was doing on YouTube?
No, ma'am.
How long have these rival shootings been going back and forth, if you can recall?
Before my time, a long time.
Before your time? Does that mean before you were born?
No, just before, when I was younger.
Was this happening before you went to jail in 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
How many friends or family have you lost back and forth?
A lot.
Do you have a lot of the friends that you grew up with in Jacksonville still in Jacksonville?
Some of them moved, some of them still here. In Jacksonville.
If you lose a fellow, like a 6 Block member or someone from the neighborhood, are you helping or assisting their families in some way?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance.
Sustained.
Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes.
Thank you guys. We are 2 likes away from 45. Continue to run the likes up. I'm gonna just shout out some names. Mike from the field, Big Homie Slim, Hala, Atta Jacob, September Timbre. Or is that Timber? NZ Uncovered, Bam Bam, Simeon. Like, guys, hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're gonna be quiet. As soon as they start talking, we're shutting up. But right now, I'm shouting out the chat. Shout out XZ, IKEV OD, Persian Version, Tank 187, Christopher Hogan, Soul Brother the Uno, Hollywood Hawkins, .384 Abdi Liebax, Joshua WC, Apocalypse Doberman, Unlikely Jim, Males, XOOX, Bunk Brown, Carlos 1988, 48 likes, 2 more, get us to 50, guys. As soon as they come back talking, we're quiet. But okay, we're gonna shut up, guys. Hold
Okay,
on.
sustain the objection.
Big battle, Nurse Lady T, Wendell Marshall.
Sir, after your release
quiet.
in 2023, did you start to see some of the drill rap videos that had been published?
Yes, ma'am.
Were those videos being published only by people from 6 Block?
Thank you,
No, ma'am.
Were there videos that were published from members of ATK?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there videos published from members of 1200?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to see those videos?
Yes, ma'am.
At the time that you were incarcerated, so at 16 or so, were there drill rap videos that were to the level that they were when you were released?
No, ma'am.
Had you seen music videos where people admitted to crimes on YouTube?
No, ma'am.
Is that the style of, or is that like the life that you were leading when you actually were incarcerated when you were younger?
No, ma'am.
What was different when you actually got out?
The songs, the music, I guess the era.
I'm sorry, I can't hear Mr. Howard.
He said the songs, the music.
The songs, the music. It's the new music era of dissing. Way more vulgar and disrespectful.
When you were originally incarcerated in 2018, were there unspoken rules about who would be dissed or who was off limits?
Objection relevance. Overruled.
That means you can answer, sir.
Okay. What was your question again?
Were there certain members, right, that were, or certain people that were off limits in these disses when you were first incarcerated?
I wouldn't say that. It's just no one really was dissing like how people diss now. So,
What do you mean by that?
I mean, people wasn't talking about the dead people as much as they do now. So, I wouldn't say it was a wrong rule, but people just wasn't doing it.
What about the actual family members of the ops or the opposing side?
Yeah, people wasn't doing it.
But they were doing that when you were released.
Yes.
And that would have been in 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you also see a trend that that level of disrespect that you called it was more lucrative?
Yes, ma'am.
But were you also witness to the fact that there were repercussions to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you familiar with the homicide of Jake Chitt?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you familiar with the homicide of Jaquan Pickens?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, that's the same individual. I apologize.
Yes,
of Antonio Tilley.
Yes, ma'am.
Are those individuals that were killed in 2023 after you came home from prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those individuals affiliated with the same side?
No, ma'am.
What side was Jaquan Pickens affiliated to?
Just from the north side, from my neighborhood, 45th area.
And what about Tilley? What side was he affiliated to?
I think the north side too, but I think he was more like ATK.
That would be friendly or unfriendly to 6 Block?
Unfriendly.
Unfriendly. In the weeks leading up to the actual homicide in this case, so when Charles Jones is killed, did you see social media start to ramp up as it related specifically to Charles Jones and some of the defendants?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you had an opportunity to see specific Instagram posts back and forth between Charles Jones about a gravesite visit that he had?
Yes, ma'am.
Does the name Royale Smith, is that familiar to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that 23?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know how that individual died?
He was murdered.
Was that in the town center?
Yes, ma'am.
23, he did not die in the year of 2023, did he?
No, ma'am.
But were there social media posts where Charles Jones and other members from the north side went to 23's grave?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see the responses on social media to that?
No, not all of them, no, ma'am.
Did you see some of the responses to that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, the state seeks to admit State's Exhibit 124A through D.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
Judge, just briefly, I know I've seen them, but
Yes. In the hand? I have it back. Ask the question.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
no objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Toomey? Mr. Wise? Mr. Petridis? Okay, they'll be admitted.
124A through D. In showing you State's Exhibit number 124B, is this one of those images that was on social media?
Yes, ma'am.
Was the response from the other side positive or negative to this post?
Restate your question.
Was this post, did this post make people happy from 1200 or ATK or not happy?
Not happy.
Specifically, was there a post from the Instagram account Gadaze, states 124C? That indicates the biggest mistake anyone on earth could have did.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately did, on 124A, Mr. Jones post himself at that same place.
Yes, ma'am.
Was this type of dissing going on when you first got incarcerated?
No, ma'am.
Did this incite some back and forth between Mr. Jones and several members of ATK and 1200?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Did you also, in the months leading up to the homicide, have an opportunity to see a specific dispute back and forth between Charles Jones and Isaiah Chance?
Yes, ma'am. I heard of it. Yes, ma'am.
Did you see it on the internet?
I was shown, yes, ma'am.
On what type of social media?
I think Twitter.
Is that Spaces, the X?
Yes, ma'am.
Was that a video or was that like a post?
I think it was posts. I seen pictures and arguing.
What was the dispute about, if you recall?
I think clothes, reference of.
Hold on. Okay, so
This is not for the Spaces argument back and forth, the audio argument. This is an actual Spaces post argument that's going back and forth between Mr. Chance and the victim.
okay, and come up real quick.
Shout out RUMORNATI in the goo.
Shout out RUMORNATI.
RUMORNATI NETWORK.
RUMORNATI up? Alright, cool.
The RUMORNATI NETWORk.
I got no type B. If in the MO, let me.
RUMORNATI up? Alright, cool.
So far, Kenny Caps hadn't said anything questionable, but what he has done and already has done is cooperated. According to him, that's a violation. I'm going to be quiet as soon as they finish with the approach. Just letting you guys know. I take the time to shout out the chat. I say hit the like, subscribe. Thank you for being here. You're rocking out with the RUMORNATI Network. Please continue to watch the stream. Share the stream. We're going to be quiet as soon as the proceedings get back to proceeding. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. September, Mike from the Ville, Bob Marley, Big Homie
And
Slim.
did you speak specifically
NZ
to
Uncovered.
Isaiah
I'm quiet. Let's
Chance
go.
over the course of the months leading up to the homicide?
You restate your question.
Did you speak to Gutta in the months leading up to the homicide?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it unusual for you to talk to him?
No, ma'am.
Do you know him by Isaiah Chance as well?
No, ma'am.
You only know a nickname.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know that the individual identified as Gutta is the individual that you now know to be Isaiah Chance?
Instagram, social media.
Had you seen him on Instagram or social media before?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you had an opportunity to see his face on Instagram or social media?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you ever been in face-to-face contact with him in person?
No, ma'am.
How many times do you think you spoke to Isaiah Chance?
A lot.
And why would you talk to Isaiah Chance? Is he 6 Block?
No, ma'am.
Was he affiliated with another side or another group?
Yes, ma'am.
So why would you talk to him?
Just catching up, things about life and in Jacksonville.
Did you know him before you went to prison?
No, ma'am.
How did you come to know him when you got out of prison?
Social media.
And who reached out to who?
I think he reached out to me.
On several occasions, did you have a chance to see likes from Mr. Chance on your social media accounts?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the course of these conversations that you had with him, you would talk about, you said Jacksonville. What about Jacksonville?
Things that's going on in Jacksonville, people, stuff like that.
People related to 6 Block and ATK and 1200, or the news anchor on the news at night?
People in and from the neighborhood, Jacksonville thing.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the weekend of June 21st of 2024. Did you have an opportunity to come to Tampa with Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
What day did you come down here?
I don't recall.
Do you know what you did on the first day that you got here?
Yes, ma'am.
What did you do?
We came down here, we got settled in, then we went out.
Where did you stay, in a hotel or an Airbnb on night 1?
Airbnb.
Do you know anything about Tampa itself or the cities around Tampa?
Not really.
Do you know where the Airbnb was, like what city it was in?
No, ma'am.
Do you know that you went out to a club or a bar of some kind?
Yes, ma'am.
And would that have been Friday?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. But you don't know the date that was yet?
No, ma'am.
When you went out on that day, did you have a performance or an appearance for yourself or Charles Jones or with anybody else in your group?
No, ma'am, we just went out.
Just for fun?
Just for fun.
What was the purpose of the whole trip to come down here?
Birthday.
Whose birthday?
Charles Jones.
Was there anyone else other than yourself and Charles Jones with you all?
It was me, Gino, and Charles Jones.
In your car?
Foolio's car. Charles Jones' car.
And other than Foolio's car, did other cars come down to Tampa with you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there an individual present by the name of Xavier Edwards?
Not the first night, no.
Was there an individual by the name of Xavier Edwards on the second night?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any kind of relationship with Xavier Edwards?
Yes, ma'am.
What's that relationship?
Another friend.
Does he have a nickname?
Yes, ma'am.
What's that nickname?
We call him Fat Zay.
Fat Zay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he heavyset?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you heard the nickname Fat Boy?
Yes, ma'am.
And has that ever been used in reference to Mr. Edwards as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have several other nicknames for Mr. Edwards regarding his weight?
Yes, ma'am.
How about Taifa McCrae? Do you know that individual?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you call him Taifa?
No, ma'am.
What do you call him?
Tata.
Tata?
Tata.
And is that your friend as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know any of the women that Mr. McCrae brought with him to the Airbnb?
No, ma'am.
Would that have been on night 1 that Tata joined you all, or night 2?
He was with us night 1.
Okay, so night 1 is you and Charles Jones and Mr. Norris.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
And Tata or Taifa McCrae comes with some women, some ladies.
Yes, ma'am.
Does everyone stay in the Airbnb on night 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And then there's a second day
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On the second day, where do you all stay? Or where do you go?
So we found another Airbnb.
Did you find another Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you go there?
Yes, ma'am.
Were there more people present on day 2?
Yes, ma'am.
When we say day 2, is that the day that the actual club appearances were supposed to happen? So Truth 18 and
Yes,
Teachers?
ma'am.
Yes. The club appearances themselves, are those work for you, or is that fun?
Both. We got paid.
Do the clubs provide alcohol or sections or something along those lines?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, specifically as it relates to the other females that were present with you all, so you and Charles Jones and Gino, where there are some girls that also came down that you actually did know.
Yes, ma'am.
Those were separate and apart from Tata?
Yes, ma'am.
Who were the girls that you actually knew that were with you all?
Armani, which was Foolio's girl at the time, and I think Aja.
And did they drive in a separate vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
On the night of the first appearance, did you have an opportunity to go to the Airbnb for night 2? So that Airbnb on the same day as the club appearances?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a pool there?
Yes, ma'am.
And what were you all going to do that day at the Airbnb?
We was planning on having a pool party, just chill, invite, it was celebrate his birthday party with people from Tampa.
Would you have had a party in advance of actually going out, or were you doing that instead?
We're going to do both. It's supposed to be the pool party, then the show later on.
Does something happen in to change the plans of staying at the Airbnb for that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you all removed from the Airbnb or kicked out or something?
Yes, ma'am.
At that point, were people that you saw posting to social media, if you could remember?
Restate your question.
Were people posting on social media about the pool party and the party at the Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you stay to help unload the Airbnb from that night?
No, ma'am.
What did you do?
I fled. I left.
Where did you go to?
I went to the club.
And what was your purpose in going to the club?
To check, to see, just scope out the scenery.
Scope out the scenery?
Yeah, of the club.
What does that mean?
Just make sure everything's good, the location of it. Make sure I see everything's all right, before he shows.
Do you have some information about what you're being promised before you get to the club as a part of the appearance? So a section or bottles or girls?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that what you were checking for when you say check it out?
No, ma'am.
Did you actually arrive at the first club, Teasers, before Charles Jones?
Yes, ma'am.
Was anyone else with you when you got there first?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall who was with you?
His name is Tommy.
Was Tommy also at the Airbnb? Is Tommy's nickname tax-free? When you actually arrived at club number 1, did you wait inside or outside for Charles Jones and the rest of his group to show up? And when they texted you that they had arrived, did you come outside?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm showing you a still of what's been previously admitted as States 41A. Are you able to see that picture okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you able to identify yourself in this photograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you? If you could just describe yourself.
I have on a white shirt, chain, Jordans, and a hat.
If I point to the individual just to the left of the center of the photograph, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, whose car is this that you just grabbed here?
Charles Jones.
Okay. Is this where you've indicated you were waiting for them to come and arrive at the first club?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you already done your walkthrough of the club?
Yes, ma'am.
While inside of Teasers, did anything out of the ordinary happen?
No, ma'am.
Were there any problems inside of the club with people that were not a part of your party?
No, ma'am.
How about outside of the club?
No, ma'am.
Could you see that Charles Jones had been posting to social media?
Yes, ma'am.
And over the course of the night, did you see, Charles Jones drinking Don Julio?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there any significance to that?
What do you mean by that?
Was there any importance for that? Like, is that normal that he would drink Don Julio?
No, ma'am.
Did he normally drink?
No, ma'am.
Do you drink?
No, ma'am.
On this particular night, was he drinking?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was he drinking?
Don Julio.
Did you have a conversation with him about the amount that he was drinking?
Yes, ma'am.
Would that have been at club number 1 or club number 2?
At the Airbnb before we left in the club.
What was the conversation like?
To slow down on this drinking.
Was he listening to you?
No, ma'am.
Did you observe him drinking more?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you continue to make comments to him throughout the night?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you take an opportunity at club number 1 to look around outside at your surroundings?
Yes, ma'am.
Why did you do that?
I did that to make sure that we were good, pay attention. We live in Jacksonville, and you know, Foolio is known for distance, so make sure we're safe for safety reasons.
Is that something that you do regularly?
Yes, ma'am.
Did everything at club number 1 go as you had planned for it to go?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you finish that club appearance and head to another place?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got to the second club, is that the club that has 2 stories?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember the name of that one?
I think it's Truth.
Were you slated to appear at the first club alongside Foolio or the second club?
First.
And when we say that you're going to appear, does that mean you are also on these flyers that promote the appearance?
Correct.
Were you on the flyer to promote the first club?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a flyer to promote the second club that you were on?
No, ma'am.
When you arrived at the second club, had anything changed? Were there any issues?
No, ma'am.
Did you all go inside of the second club?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to see whether Charles Jones was still posting on social media?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he?
Yes, ma'am.
At that point, did you say anything else to him about that?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did he say to you?
To relax and to let him enjoy his birthday.
And did you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all stay at that second club for a little while?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall how long you stayed there?
No more than an hour, like an hour.
Did you all set up or arrange for a place to stay after you had been kicked out of the Airbnb that second night?
That's why we were there to buy time. Yes, ma'am. We were trying to.
At the club?
Second club. Yes, ma'am.
And so were you searching for places while you were there?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you successful in finding a place?
No, ma'am.
Was anyone successful in finding another place?
No, ma'am. Another Airbnb, no, ma'am.
At some point, is the appearance at club number 2 over?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have an opportunity to head down to the parking lot with Miss Adoja and Miss Armani Turner?
Yes, ma'am.
Did everyone else in the party also leave or go to their cars at the same time as you?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, Your Honor, the state seeks to introduce States 149B.
Okay, any objection? Mr. Gonzalez?
No objection.
Ms. Toomey? Mr. Wise? Ms. Petrides? Mr. Petrides? Okay, admitted?
So I'm going to show you 149B. Can you see the screen okay?
Yes, ma'am.
In this image, is this fairly depict what the first floor looked like when you all returned to your cars?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see yourself in this particular image?
Yes, ma'am.
And where, if you can describe on the paper, are you in this image?
By the car that's lighting up with the headlights on.
That's lighting up with the headlights. So this individual at the center left.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you all are leaving at this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, whose car is this? Is this Mr. Jones's car, or are you leaving in another car?
It's Armani's car.
Is Armani Mr. Jones's girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else was in the vehicle with you and Armani?
Aja.
And is that the group that you rode to the home to suites with?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you seated inside of that vehicle?
The back seat.
And who was driving?
Armani.
When you actually arrived at the home to suites, did you stay inside of the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you see where Charles Jones's car was?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happens next as you are at the home to suites?
That's when I hear the shots go off.
Could you see where the shots were coming from?
No, ma'am.
What did you do?
I ducked.
And after you ducked, did you say anything to anyone?
I told Armani to go.
Did you tell Armani to go anywhere in particular, anywhere specific?
No, ma'am.
And where did she actually go?
She turned out, hitting, like, going on the street. Yeah.
When you say she turned out, was she driving the car forward or backward once the shots rang out and you told her to go?
She backed up. Backed up.
As she backed up, did she get out onto the street without anything else happening?
We bumped into another car.
You bumped into another car?
Yes, ma'am.
Does that mean hit them with your car?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you keep going after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you go?
We found help. She found help.
What do you mean by that? Like, tell me where the car went.
Well, we was driving, so when we got back on the street, we did a U-turn, and as we were going down the street, we seen police officers stop. I don't know, they had someone pulled over. So she went and got help. I didn't say anything. She talked to the police, and the police followed us back to the scene.
Did you stay inside of Armani's vehicle at that point, Ms. Turner's vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go back to the scene when the police were following you back?
Yes, ma'am.
When you got back to the scene, did the police tell you to get out?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where were you?
I was in the back seat.
Where were you in, like, the car in relation to where Foolio or Charles Jones's car was?
His car was parked, like, in a parking spot, and we were, like, facing, like, vertical towards it.
So if his car was facing out towards the roadway, were you facing the same way, or were you, like,
on the side? Yes.
Making a corner?
Yeah, making a corner.
When Armani Turner stopped the car, could you see inside of the black Dodge Charger?
No, but when I got out and walked up to the car.
When you walked up to the car, did the police start to yell at you?
Yes, ma'am.
And after the police yelled at you, did they put you in handcuffs or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Did they give you any instructions on where to go?
No, ma'am.
So what did the police tell you to do?
They told me they wanted to ask me some questions, but I had to wait till the lead detective came on scene, so I had to stay with them.
Did you want to stay?
No, ma'am.
At this time, the state will seek to admit State's Exhibit 149C.
Okay, any objection, Mr. Gonzalez?
No objection.
Ms. Toomey? No objection. Mr. Wise? Mr. Petridis? Admitted.
So I am publishing State's 149C.
Did Kenny Cap take the picture that was circulating in Foolio's body?
Yourself in this
I'm quiet.
footage.
Yes, ma'am.
And where are you standing?
I'm standing to the left of the picture.
Yeah, the left side of the picture. Is that in the same clothes that you described to us from the last photos?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you still wearing a white top and basketball shorts, blue and white?
Yes, ma'am.
And was there a vehicle parked to the right of the vehicle that you all had arrived in on the other side of this officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the vehicle that you indicated you tried to go up to with Mr. Jones inside?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you, even in the moments that you tried to get to the vehicle, see someone inside of the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know who it was?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you only see one person?
Yes, ma'am.
And is this vehicle on the left of this image in 149C the vehicle that you arrived back in with the police following after you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, those police officers you said came up to you and tried to talk to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Were there several individual police officers that tried to speak to you or spoke to you before the lead detective actually arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not sure if you remember clearly that moment, but they would have had on a uniform instead of maybe like a button-down shirt. Do you recall talking to officers that were in a uniform?
Yes, ma'am.
More than one?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you asked by officers, including the lead detective, when he arrived and spoke to you about what happened that evening?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement about the Airbnb?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement about the club appearances that you had?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement about 2 clubs?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement where you were in the car when the shooting occurred?
Yes, ma'am.
How about the ducking? Did you tell them about your position at all inside the car?
Yes, ma'am.
And when the first officers that responded and told you all to get away from the black Charger told you to wait for the detectives, did you do so?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know the lead detective in this case? He would have been in plain clothes, not a uniform. Do you know if you talked to him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you at any time assist law enforcement by helping to keep Armani away?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you asked about whether there had been any fights or arguments at the club appearances by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you answer those questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement that there's a gang rivalry in Jacksonville?
No, ma'am.
Sustained, yep.
Did you tell law enforcement anything about gangs during the course of those interviews?
No, ma'am.
Did you tell law enforcement anything about anyone being in a gang?
No, ma'am.
Did you speak to anyone that night about the drill rap scene in Jacksonville?
No, ma'am.
At this point, did you know who had committed the murder?
No, ma'am.
As you were on scene, did you start to see some posts that became relevant to you from individuals from Jacksonville?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you see those posts?
Instagram.
Are you familiar with a social media account linked to Gutta Zay?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see any social media post from the account of Gutta Zay?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see any Instagram accounts from an account called Ghost187?
I don't recall.
Seeing a post on that?
I don't recall. No, ma'am.
Do you know an individual by the name of Ghost?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you talked to, prior to the homicide, an individual by that name?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen the face of an individual by that name on a prior occasion?
Yes, ma'am.
September 10th.
The timing of the post that you
$10
saw
cash app. Let's
media,
go.
Were those before or after you had a chance to speak with Mr. Jones's family members?
I think right before.
Can you talk to us a little bit about your relationship or prior relationship with Isaiah Chance? If he's not affiliated to 6 Block or he's associated with other groups, why would you maintain a friendship or relationship with him?
Mike from the Ville, $5 cash app. Let's go.
Why would you be friends with Isaiah Chance, knowing he does not or get along with 6 Block?
We had just conversations. His music was okay, and I heard about him, so we had conversations, talking. I took a liking to him, so we started having conversations, more conversations.
And did you ever speak to him about anything that was going on inside of 6 Block or with 6 Block people?
No, ma'am.
What was the purpose? What were you hoping to gain by having these conversations with him?
What I wanted to gain from talking to him. That's your question?
Yes.
Just, stuff was going on in Jacksonville, hoping he'll say something or anything or leading to something, just excess stuff about other neighborhoods.
So we're not talking about, like a nice, where the new nice restaurants are.
No, ma'am.
You were hoping to get information.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you asking him directly for information?
No, ma'am.
The way that you talked to him, were you hoping that he would accidentally give you information?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection on reading.
Overruled.
Did he at times give you information?
No, ma'am.
Did you, in the course of your conversations with Isaiah Chance, actually slip up?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did that occur?
Well, a female I was dealing with at the time, text him, put his number into Cash App, thinking I was messing off, and text him.
Okay, so I have to put it in layman's terms. A female that you knew at the time
Yes,
did a
ma'am.
little reverse lookup on a number that you were talking to on your phone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would you have had his phone number saved in your phone, like as a name?
No, ma'am.
So she just looked up the number.
Yes, ma'am.
So why did she think you were cheating or talking to another girl?
I guess when she put it in Cash App, a girl's name popped up.
Did you have an opportunity later to explain that to her?
Yes, ma'am.
So was it you utilizing your direct phone number to make these contacts or communications with Mr. Chance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you'd use a different number.
Email.
An email account, so you can make a FaceTime over iCloud or something with
Yes,
an email?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
You didn't have to utilize a phone number?
No, ma'am.
And prior to this homicide, did you also have an opportunity to speak to an individual by the name of Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know him as Rashad Murphy at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you known Rashad Murphy just from growing up?
No, ma'am.
Did you know the nickname of Rashad Murphy at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
And was that the same account you've already told us about, Ghost?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you talk to him on more than one occasion?
Yes, ma'am.
At the time that you spoke to him, were you able to see him?
No, ma'am.
You would talk on the telephone or on FaceTime?
FaceTime.
And how come you could not see him?
He had his camera off.
Had you ever, over the course of your conversations with him, seen his face?
Yes, ma'am.
How many times?
Once or twice.
And was that on FaceTimes?
Yes, ma'am.
How about to Rashad Murphy? Did you have his phone number saved in your phone as a contact, or was it just a number?
Just a number.
What was the nature or the tone of your conversation with Mr. Murphy? Was it the same as Mr. Chance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What were you talking to Mr. Murphy about?
Stuff in Jacksonville, my prior case.
Was Mr. Murphy related to the victim of that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he tell you he was related to the victim of that case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he tell you what the relationship was?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say the relationship was?
That was his brother.
Do you know if that was a real brother or a brother like a close family member?
I didn't know. I just went with his word. That was his brother.
Did you reach out to him or did he reach out to you?
I reached out to him.
And did that happen on FaceTime like you indicated?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you get his phone number?
I got his phone number through him.
Through him?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you communicate with him on social media? Or telephone via text?
Yes, ma'am.
Somehow you made contact with him.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the conversation, or are there more than one?
It's more than one.
And what are you talking about specifically about your prior case?
Who actually killed Gerard Adams. Stuff like that.
But this is at a time when you had already been released from custody from that case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still on probation for it?
Yes, ma'am.
So it would have had to happen after your release?
Yes, ma'am.
So at some point after you get out in May, you speak to him?
Yes, ma'am.
What is he asking? Who did it? That's it?
Yeah. Just some clarity. Who actually did it?
Were a lot of people asking you that question?
Yes, ma'am.
Had you admitted or made any statements about who actually had pulled the trigger in that case?
No, ma'am.
Males with the $2 cash app. Let's go.
And specifically after the homicide itself, did you have any contact with Rashad Murphy?
Restate your question.
After Charles Jones was killed, how long were you out of custody?
Like 24 hours.
So you got arrested by the feds within 24 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
From the time that you come back and find Charles Jones at the Black Charger early morning on the 23rd,
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the time that you get arrested by the feds,
Yes, ma'am.
did you have contact with Rashad Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
In what way?
He texted me.
And what did he say?
He forgives me.
He forgives you.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he say anything else in the texts?
I think to call him.
Did you actually call him?
I'm sorry, you're all right. You hear the witness's response?
To call him.
To call him.
Did you actually call him?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall what that conversation was with him when you actually called him?
Yes, ma'am.
What did he say during the call itself?
He forgives me again. He forgives me. Now, where was I?
Did you understand where were you to be about? Or did he give you any kind of context when he said where were you?
Where was I? I was, just where was I?
What did you respond to that?
I was around.
And did he say anything else?
Stuff like he seen me.
Where?
Walking down the stairs of the club, I guess. So he seen me by the club. Seen me at the club.
Did he say what you were doing at the club when he saw you?
He said I was paying attention.
That you were or were not paying attention?
I were paying attention.
Then did he make any statements about the actual home to suites, the homicide scene, the location?
Yeah. He said that was him in front of that car.
Did you have any idea what he was talking about?
I kind of did, yes, ma'am.
At that point, had you seen some of the video?
No, ma'am.
So how did you know what he was talking about?
I'm guessing he's in that car, so.
When he said he was standing in front of the car, could you see where the shooters were when you were actually being shot at?
No, ma'am.
Did you know what area Rashad Murphy or Davion Murphy were from?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's that?
Out east.
And is that 1200 territory?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you know anything about Sean Gathright before the homicide?
No, ma'am.
Had you been to his house in the suburbs before the homicide?
No, ma'am.
Did either Sean or Gathright or Isaiah Chance grow up in any of the either projects or neighborhoods or areas that you're familiar with?
No, ma'am.
Do you know whether Rashad Murphy or Davion Murphy, on the other hand, were legitimately from out east?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity when you spoke to law enforcement to be shown an array of photographs?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you asked in that array of photographs whether you could identify any of the individuals depicted? Were you asked if you knew anybody in there?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Showing you what has been marked as states 107. Do you recognize these papers?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recognize your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
And during the course of that, did you have an opportunity to make an identification of an individual in those photographs?
Restate your question.
Did you say that you knew anyone from those pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
Specifically as it relates to Davion Murphy, did you have an opportunity ever to have contact with him?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Davion Murphy?
Correct. No contact, no ma'am.
Did you ever speak to him?
Yes, ma'am.
When I say contact, I mean in life, have you seen him physically?
Yes, ma'am.
And when you saw him, were you, did you have an opportunity to hear him say anything to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What specifically did he say to you?
He just let me know who he was. He said his name, told me who he was related to, and told me that, you know, he heard, like, I was incarcerated for his cousin.
And did you understand the things he indicated to you to be friendly or threatening in nature?
Unfriendly.
Unfriendly.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that the only time you ever had any contact? I don't mean contact like fist fighting, but I mean,
Yeah.
is that the only time you ever came into contact with Davion Murphy?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen Rashad Murphy, Davion Murphy, or Isaiah Chance in the parking lot at Teasers? What would you have done?
I would have been on high alert. I would have protected myself.
Same thing with Truth 18.
Yes, ma'am. Same thing.
Had you seen anyone from 1200 in the Tampa area? Would that have been a sign of anything to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have one moment?
Yep.
We only gonna chime in when they're quiet. We only gonna chime in when they're quiet. Shout out to you guys. Run the likes up. 5 more likes to get us to 80. I guess we could throw the snitch angle out of the window, right? I mean, excuse me. I guess we could throw the setup angle out of the window because he's not going to implicate himself in a murder. He's a rat. He ratted. He was already cooperating, and according to what Kenny Cap said, I'm only going to talk when they're quiet. As soon as they start back up, I'm going to shut up.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez.
One moment, Ron.
Sure.
Top 3 right now. We got X-Ed number 1, Males number 2, Mike from the Field number 3, Nurse Lady T number 4, iKev OD number 5, Bob Molly number 6, number 7 is Slim Jones McJeezy, number 8 is Anonymous, number 9 is Soul Brother, number 10 is D Hood, and rounding up at number 11 with the honorary mention, we got Bunk Brown 9808. Shout out to y'all. Super duper salute. Well, Kenny Caps didn't set him up. Throw that angle out the window. I'm going to shut up, guys. Run the likes up, please. September Timbre, thank you.
You have stated that
Males, Mike from the Field, thank you. Shut up.
when people talk about gang affiliations, 1200, ATK, 6 Block, whatever other gangs may be talked about, the world calls them gangs, but you just call them neighborhoods, correct?
Correct.
And you believe 6 Block is just a neighborhood, Hilltop, right? It's an apartment complex.
Correct.
And you believe 1200 is an area out east, correct?
Correct.
Hilltop, or 6 Block, is on the north side, correct?
Correct.
And in between and all around, there are other groups, not gangs, that operate based on their neighborhood and who they know and who they grew up with, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think you talked about on direct hand signs that are used, whether it be for 6 Block, whether it be for 1200, whether it be for ATK or any other group. Those hand signs depict that you are from that neighborhood,
It can, yes, sir.
okay? And putting your thumb with your middle finger like this, that's 1,200, right?
It can mean several things. Jacksonville, they would think that, yes, sir.
Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville, yes, sir.
If we were in Jacksonville and we did this, it'd be 1,200, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And people that aren't in 1,200 do this in Jacksonville, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In fact, you have done this before, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you do it just to do it, just because it's doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean anything, does it?
Yes, sir.
Is there a hand sign for 6 block?
It's a yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Show me what it is.
For the record, what is that, Mr. Gonzalez?
And that's going to be your
6.
index finger and your thumb that are coming together, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then the other 3 fingers are all in one line, so it kind of looks like a 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other people that are not 6 block do this too, don't they?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could they do it because they are following maybe a rapper or a group that are producing or showing rap videos?
Yes, sir.
And because, in fact, Charles Jones is 6, right?
Yes, sir.
And he named himself that, right?
Yes, sir.
In fact, he named 6 block, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
And you were very close friends with Mr. Jones, correct?
Yes, sir.
You talked about some other people. You talked about Xavier Edwards, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who you know.
Yes, sir.
And you called him Fat Boy.
Yes, sir.
You've given some statements already, and you've testified in the past in this case, right?
Yes, sir.
You've never referred to him as Fat Boy before today, have you?